Hi friends, if you love a good thrift haul where I found vintage and great home decor and a little bit of a jewelry haul as well, then this video is for you. It's quite a bit, so sit back and enjoy. Hi, I'm Tanya with FreeRangeCottage, where we are all about styling our home. It will be a lot of styling videos, a lot of shop with me for thrift and for new, but all done on a budget. So whether you have a lot to spend or just a little bit, it's really our belief here that you can personalize your home so that when you walk in the door, it's a place that you love and it's a haven for you and your family. So today I am going to show you a few things that Rob and I, my husband and I, went out on a Sunday, and we went to a couple of, well, actually just one estate sale. We were going to go to two. They are carrying the estate sales on through Sunday here on a lot of them, and usually they're half off or the prices are really good. So yes, it may be a little bit picked over, but your prices are going to be really good if you find anything. So the first thing I found was at this little estate sale that the man had, I guess, inherited his grandparents' cute little house and was going to redo it. They had their first baby on the way. I think that's why I like going to estate sales, because I get the whole story of the family and how things are there, and I love hearing those things. But it was pretty cleaned out, but we did actually find a couple of things, and I'm going to show you the first one. I'm going to insert it here. This is a wire cart thingy that we bought at an estate sale slash kind of a garage sale. But anyway, these wooden things will come out. Might keep that one. It depends on how it cleans up. It's very dirty. It was in a garage. But I love the chippy paint on it, so that's not going to change. But I thought it would be great for plants. I'm bringing house plants in right now, and I paid $4 for that one. Okay, so that was one thing that I found, and I was excited because I've been looking for things for plants. And then I also found this great piece of pottery, and I'm always on the lookout for beautiful studio pottery, or even artist names on the bottom that are sometimes recognizable. A lot of times I have to look them up, but this one is just a studio pottery piece, meaning probably an amateur or someone that just isn't, selling a lot of it. But I thought the detail on it was beautiful, and this is in its kind of dirty, dusty state. So once I wash this up and clean it, it'll be beautiful. I will probably use this for a plant or something similar, or just a catch-all. These are great on an entry table or something that you can just throw your keys or your sunglasses or whatever into. And so I'm always on the lookout for great vintage pottery, and this definitely looks like a vintage piece, which is going to be 20 years or older. I'm not going to show you styling today, actually styled in my house, but I always try to give you ideas of how I would use it or what I had in mind when I chose the piece. Sometimes I'll get something just because I love it, but usually I have in mind how I'll use it or where it would fit in my house and in my style. So, and I also keep a small list of things that I'm on the hunt for, and maybe some measurements for, especially if you're looking for vintage textiles like curtains or tablecloths or anything like that. You want your measurements to, to know what you can fit in your space. And of course, for pieces of furniture that you're looking for, you definitely want some measurements and idea of sizes. And before we go on with the haul, I just want to say, if you love home decor, styling, ideas and tips and shopping, then please hit that subscribe button and like this video so that YouTube knows that you're enjoying it, and also share it with a friend that loves home decor, or maybe they're moving into a new place and they're wanting to personalize it, or don't have a lot of a budget, or maybe they have a huge budget. Anyway, I would love if you would subscribe and become part of our community. And I paid $1 for that piece of pottery. I forgot to say that. And I paid $4 on that cart. I can't remember if I had said that or not, but I usually like to tell you prices just so you can get an idea. I know in some areas, especially on each coast, the prices are way higher, but then also just to compare like what it is that I'm finding things for, and you know how much I'll pay. Sometimes it's worth paying quite a bit more, especially for great pieces of furniture that are solid wood, beautiful pieces that you're going to have for years to come. Still, a lot of times they're pennies on the dollar compared to a new piece that would have a lot of pressed wood in it. But then again, sometimes a new piece is just what you need. And hey, I've bought some IKEA pieces that have fit in perfectly. To me, it's all about the mix, and it's all about the high-low kind of thing. Some things you may want to spend more money on, and then other things just aren't necessarily worth it to you, and you can thrift for those things or whatever. So the next thing that I found at that little estate sale, this was 50 cents, and it was just a little mushroom bag. And I don't know, it says RYZE. Maybe someone's familiar with that or what that means or where that's from. I'm not sure, but it was just kind of funky, almost 70s looking bag and canvas bag. I mean, and we use those all the time when we're shopping or whatever. Or I was actually thinking it would even be great to start finding some of these for gift wrap for the holidays through Christmas. To give a gift in these is great because you're going to pay more than 50 cents for some gift wrap. Although I love gift wrap, it's beautiful and I like to get creative with that. And I will probably have some ideas coming up on the channel about that. But these are always fun to be able to reuse. Or if you have several smaller gifts that you wrap, you could put them in here with some tissue. And so it's double the gift that way. Okay, and then we did go to Samaritan Shop yesterday, I think it was. So that's technically not today's haul, but it is something from this week, and I just have to show you this piece. I'm so excited. I've shown you their little vintage shop in the back of Samaritan Shop before, and I often find things in there, and I found this. I actually found this out in the regular part of the thrift store, I think. Yeah, I did. And this was $8. Look at the cabbage ware or lettuce ware, whichever way you call it. Some people call them cabbage dishes. The actual first name of them was lettuce ware, but now they're cabbage plates. Everybody calls them all different things. And this one is a Miramar of California. And you probably can't see the mark, but it says Miramar of California trademark, and then 337 on there. But this coral color I thought was just so beautiful, mixed in with the green, all the green lettuceware that I have, and I love it. And it has become very, very popular to collect it now, and the prices have gone up crazy. So I thought that double big size bowl for $8 was a good deal. Next, I want to show you a few jewelry pieces that I found at garage sales and also at Samaritan Shop. And I did actually find some clothes, but I'm not going to show you those. I'm really picky. I'm usually looking for jackets or something like that when I'm looking for clothes. I actually got a pair of really nice jeans for $4. Anything like denim or that kind of stuff that is either not been worn a lot or has just that broken in kind of wear. You just have to use your own judgment on those things. But of course, all of them can be washed and cleaned and everything. And also I look for leather, like leather purses and things like that that are in really good condition. Bags of all kinds, canvas bags, like zippered, really nice canvas bags, that kind of stuff. I like to look for those kind of things, especially vintage. If I can find vintage pieces, those are really fun. But jewelry, I know some people only wear fine jewelry, and I can appreciate that. But I have always worn what they call fashion jewelry, costume jewelry, whatever you want to call it. and just had kind of fun. Okay, the first ones I want to show you are the ones that I'm wearing, and I think I paid $8 for these. And I don't know if you can see them. It's hard for me to get close enough. There's a little saguaro cactus, and then there was a purple stone, and it is an authentic stone. It's got kind of a wire wrap and then a hoop around it. I just thought these were so cute and kind of funky, and I love the sort of Southwestern touch with that little cactus on there. So that's always something that I will integrate into my wardrobe, and I will wear the heck out of these. So I think I paid $6 or $8 for those. And then I found, and these were each, these other earrings were I think $3 or $4 a piece. And I found these wire wrapped hoops with the gold wire wrapped around the silver hoop. And I haven't looked closely at those. Those almost look like the fine silver, the 925, but I haven't looked for a mark on them. But I thought those looked really boutique and sort of hand done with that wire wrapping. And I love that they are also mixed metals that I can wear with anything. And these earrings, these are really a favorite that I found. These are also the gold and the silver, and that silver is a matte finish, which I love. That will go great with sort of if I put on turquoise bracelets or anything like that. So those were fun, and I knew that I would wear those a lot. These sort of more contemporary ones that I found, it's just a wooden bead at the bottom of that. And I have a nicer multiple strand wood and gold necklace that I had gotten at a store called Evereve. It's kind of pricey, and they had a great sale on their jewelry, but I never really had any earrings to wear with it. And I wore those last week with the necklace when we went to the museum, and they worked out really well together. And then another just kind of contemporary, but sort of the amber drop bead on there. And when it becomes fall, I want all the amber glass. And I think these are little glass beads. They may not be, but they're very faceted, so they do a lot of sparkling. And so I like that, and I thought just for a touch of sparkle, and that they would work with jeans or anything casual, or if I did something a little bit more dressy. And then I wear a lot of black, so I thought these were cute, even if you wore them with just a simple black dress, or again, would be cute with jeans and just a black t-shirt, and just give it that little bit of zhuzh, right? And again, the little faceted black beads on there. So fun. And I can get away with a bigger earring without it looking too crazy, because my hair is long and I usually wear it down, so they kind of half disappear. So I kind of need the bigger pieces to show up. And then these were just fun. I just liked the color on these, and I thought through the winter and through Christmas that the green would be nice. It is almost a Christmas green. These are not, you know, expensive fine jewelry look, but just fun, just something to have fun with. And again, I wear a lot of black and white, and I thought the green would be really pretty with that, or even a lot of the chocolate brown is in. So kind of looking at that. And then I got this really big ring, which I had bought these really fun plaid black and white pants that I'm gonna wear probably with like a sage green sweater or even a red sweater around Christmas. And I found this big ring that has lots of little stones in it, and I thought it looked kind of contemporary and would be fun, you know, during the holidays if we go out to a restaurant or if we go to a different event or whatever. That was, I think, $4 or something like that. So can't really go wrong. And then I was with my friend Christelle. I don't know if she's watching this. Hi, Christelle, if you're watching it. They had come and visited for about a week, and we were out thrifting and garage selling and having fun in between kayaking and going and doing Tai Chi and all the other fun things. And she bought me at a garage sale this bracelet because I love turquoise. I love black. I like that touch of gold in there. And this was, I think, $1.50, but just a fun piece to, again, where it would work with jeans, it would work with something more dressy. Okay, the first thing I found, and I cannot remember the name of the local flea market that I went to, is one that I don't normally go to, but ask me in the comments and I'll find out and I'll tell you down there. And if you want to comment, I love that, and it helps my channel. I try to respond to as many as I can, and it helps my channel to grow because then YouTube knows that you're interested in this channel. So the first thing I found was this down pillow. It's down-filled pillow, and then it's got the great cover on it, and this was $6, and it's got some really pretty tassels. And I know I've seen this brand before, but I cannot remember the name of it. Maybe some of you can remember that or have seen it before, but there's absolutely not one thing wrong with this. I can wash the cover. I can wash the insert. Yes, I have washed feather pillows. I have to really wring them out in the washer on the spin, and then I put them out in the sun to continue drying and fluffing up really well. But that was my first find, and I just love the neutral stripes. And this is it's kind of a gray blue. And so that will go with everything in my house. Okay, next is another great Pottery find, and they wrapped it up. I have not even taken these out yet, and several of them will need like washing and cleaning. Most of them are all dusty and stuff. Even the ones sitting in the flea market, a lot of times they're dusty. But another great pottery piece, and it's this vase or vase, however you pronounce it, but I just absolutely love the finish. Again, it's just a studio pottery piece, and I just loved the shape of it. I loved that you wouldn't have to put tons of flowers in it. You wouldn't have to have a huge bouquet for it to look full with this neck like this. And then also I thought about Christmas greens, and in the spring, just some flowering branches. I just thought it was a beautiful piece, and I have a lot of earthy greens here at my house. So it will look great in pretty much any room. So what do you think? Can you have too many vases? I think you need plenty of vases. As a matter of fact, Michael and Smith, if you ever are familiar with the Nesting Place blog, I've followed her for years. I actually had my first blog about the time she started hers, and she has a whole blog post about you need different vases in different sizes and shapes, because you can just really bring the outdoors in, do a little foraging outside, and you've got some gorgeous decorative accent pieces for not a lot of money. Don't have to store a lot of stuff away, and that's what I am all about. I love it. She is called the Cozy Minimalist, and that's exactly what I like my house to be. Okay, let's see what else we found. I'm remembering, even though it was only a couple hours ago that we went, I'm remembering what I found, and I'm getting excited. This was just unusual, and I thought this would be so fun mixed in with my other candle holders. It is a candle holder, and I have some brass and some pewter, sort of silver ones, and I'm trying to kind of get a mix so that it's not too formal. But Rob actually had a great idea of putting a candle in the bathroom. So if I'm taking a bubble bath or something, that I could just have candlelight, and I think this one would be really beautiful in there. But you can see it's got this sort of patinaed finish on it, which I don't think, of course, is natural. I don't think it's an actual old piece, but it's very well done, and the metal is sturdy and beautiful on it. And so I think that was a really fun find. Now, these next two pieces, my brass lovers, perk up your ears, because I think brass is still having its moment. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And even if it does, who cares? If you have thrifted or bought new, some beautiful brass pieces, keep them, or even pack them away for a while if you get tired of them. I've been learning to kind of do that. Just like I have a bunch of copper pans that are gorgeous, but I just am not sure where I want them in my kitchen or dining room or whatever. And so I just put them away for a while, but I'm definitely not getting rid of them. I took some time collecting those. They're beautiful, and I'm gonna hang on to those till I figure it out. Okay, so gorgeous brass vases like I've never seen. I'm so excited about these. They're solid brass. One of them even says that. I believe they're made in India. I think the little tag said, but the detail on them, just so pretty. Love the shape of this one. This one's my absolute favorite. And yeah, I think it says brass, solid brass there. But I thought these are really cute for flowers, greens, again, but also if I want to root one of my house plants, that they would be cute in that. So that one, and then this one, which I like the shape, I don't like it as much, but there were two of them, so they needed to come home with me, right? They were $10 each, which I thought was a decent price, and they will be great looking sitting on my coffee table, and I think that's where I'm going to put them, with maybe a candle or something like that. But just that sort of eclectic, collected boho cottage kind of feels warm and cozy and collected to me. And that's definitely a style that I enjoy through the colder months, especially. When it gets hot out, sometimes I want it to feel a little more minimal in the house. It's just probably a psychological thing, but these will be great for fall and winter with that warm brass. The next thing I found, tell me if this screams Anthropologie to you. If you're not familiar with Anthropologie, it's a very boho, sort of higher end shop, depending, you know, for some people it's not, for some it is, but things are definitely a little more pricey. I have a few things from there. I usually don't buy a ton of stuff, but I'm always checking out their style because I love the eclectic sort of handmade, artisan, artsy, creative kind of look. So when I saw this set of 6 plates, and look what's on them. These parrots. How cute is that? And then with the little vine and the fern, and they're called Grace is the brand, and they're dishwasher and microwave safe, and there's a set of 6, and we paid $18 for those. They're like salad plates, or if you're just having some little finger foods or whatever, these will be great. But I think we're gonna put them in sort of our regular rotation dishes just to grab them and use them. And you know what wouldn't be a free range cottage haul without some kind of dishes, right? More to come. And you know what? I've given up trying to be a minimalist with dishes and glassware. I kind of am just going to enjoy what I have. And this last week that we had company, it was really fun because we were able to use all the things that I've been collecting, and it was great. They really were all used, and my guests enjoyed them, I enjoyed them, and it was good to have that amount of dishes at that point. When on those, we paid $18 for the set of 6. We thought they were 30% off, but the sign was for a vendor that was across, but Rob really liked them as much as I did, and he said, go ahead, let's get them. The reason he said go ahead and let's get them is because we are a bad influence on each other when it comes to dishes and glasses and those kind of things, but especially dishes, plates and bowls and even mugs, those kind of things. If we go out together, we're probably going to come home with some, and that's just how it goes. Which leads me to the next thing, which Rob actually found, and I loved them. And again, what I said about that bad influence thing a minute ago, we found these state plates, and they are called by Vernon Kilns USA, and Rob looked it up while we were in the store, and they went out of business sometime in the 50s. So these have to be at the latest from the 50s. So there's a South Dakota, and I just love the sort of transferware look of these. That was sort of a brown and cream color. I'm going to go through all of them, but I got to find... I'm going to go through all of these just so you can see them, because each of them is different. This is also a South Dakota. Oh, this may be actually a double. I didn't think any two were alike, but this, we may have two South Dakotas, which I've never even been in South Dakota. So this one is Missouri, and that's a red, more of a red and cream. And of course, my favorite is the Texas. And this may be a different brand. No, Vernon Kilns also. This one, wait, do I have it upside down? Yeah. Spindletop, Beaumont, Texas. And that's a brown and cream. And love these little brand symbols on the outside. And you may or may not know that I was born and raised in Texas. So I kind of have a few of my Texas collectibles around. Historic Lexington, Missouri. And that's sort of a red and white. Again, just the really cute transferware. I love that they're so eclectic and they're from different states. And in Arkansas, which is where we are. So that was great to actually find one of those. And that's a red and cream as well. State of Louisiana, kind of a red and cream. Okay. And this one is Salem, Oregon. So a little different. And this is Willamette University. And that's kind of a red and cream. So I think there were 6 of those, and we got those for $2 a piece. And we looked at the values online, and they were $25 to $35 per plate. So at some point, if we wanted to put them on our Etsy or eBay, at this point, we're not. We really love them, and I can see a table set just eclectic with all of these plates, and I think it would be a lot of fun. So that was everything from the flea market. So I thought, you know, that we were done and we were on our way home, and we were passing by this smaller neighborhood, but it is gorgeous. The houses in there are just so pretty, and we saw a garage moving sale, and he was even mid-sentence. Rob was driving, and I was like, turn, 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 and he just went on in, and we searched around and looked for there weren't even really good signs, but we found the house, and they were moving, and they were ready to really, really dump things. And I didn't think I was going to find much of anything, because it didn't seem like a lot was in there except a few bigger furniture pieces. And I did find some things, so I'm going to show those to you right now. Okay, the first thing that I found, heaven forbid, was something that's going to go Lord only knows where in my kitchen, but I couldn't pass them up. The first thing I found was this deviled egg platter, and I just really liked the shape of it. We eat deviled eggs here a lot, and a lot of times I'll find those older platters that are, they have it all around the edge, and then the middle is just flat, and I really don't have a use for those because I'm not gonna use the center. But I really loved how this is just all for eggs. So if I take them anywhere to a potluck or whatever, I can cover them up, or just even here at the house, it's a great way to present those. So I think we'll get some use out of that. And that was $4. And then this incredible huge platter, and this one, it doesn't say like a brand, it is oven safe, but it's just so big, and I thought it'd be beautiful for charcuterie or whatever we want to use it for through the holidays and whenever. We just use this stuff. I mean, Rob will cook, he'll put things in the smoker and he'll take a big tray out like this to put all the meat on when it's done. So I think that will definitely get used. He actually uses the platters a lot more than I do, so he was happy to get that, and that was $4. And then also this is a Portuguese pottery that I found, and it's the Bordalo Pinheiro from Portugal. Maybe you've seen that brand before, but it's huge. And I thought it'd be great for if he likes to make big cheesecakes, or again, charcuterie. There's so many things that you could use a round platter like this. But you can see just how big that thing is. And I don't know if you can see, it's definitely pottery. It's got a irregular edge kind of on it. And I love that kind of pottery. That just looks hand thrown. I don't know if it is or not, but it definitely looks like it. Again, that one was $4. Next thing I found, which was, I was kind of iffy on, but he made me a deal I couldn't refuse. It was $1.50 each. And that were these sort of canister, well, I would use them in my bathroom probably. And it's a brass. They're made in either India or Indonesia, but it's a pewter. It's a heavy, nice pewter and brass. And I like them as is, but when I was looking at them, I thought possibly I would even just use them in my bathroom on my little shelves in there without that bottom, just to make it a little less, I don't know, a little less fussy. I don't know if that bottom piece kind of almost makes it feel a little bit dated to me, but there was this size, and let me show you the other size. And there was this size, and again with the stand and without the stand. And you can see it's like a hammered, it's got a pattern in the brass. Even if I were to take this off and use it like that for something, I thought this would be really cute for Q-tips, and you know, you could just store them in there and on the shelf. And let me show you them both together like that. I thought was really high-end and really pretty looking. So tell me in the comments if you like them with the stand like this, kind of a little bit of an Asian flair to the stand, or do you like them without? Let me know in the comments which is your favorite. Okay, now I've got a box of wrapped items that are breakable that I'm gonna show you. And I found these just at the last minute on the way out. Again, he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And here's the, I know some of you love the crinkly paper, and he had this paper to wrap each one of these gorgeous little glasses. He gave them to me for $1 a piece, and they're kind of dusty and dirty. They need cleaning up. They'll be a lot more sparkly and pretty, but I loved the size for just a little, like a juice glass, a wine glass, whatever. I think these will be really cute, and there are 6 of those. Then I could not resist these blown glass Margarita glasses. Not that we make a lot of margaritas around here at all, but this is definitely dirty and dusty. If you can see the color, that bottle green gets me every time. And I mean, you could do a shrimp cocktail in here. You could do a dessert. You could do a small, like, trifle. I've got 4 of these that I bought. You could do like a little trifle in each of them. And so, as well as, you know, any kind of drinks, whether alcoholic or not, this is adorable for a drink. And they're heavy. And he gave me these glasses for $1 a piece. I got 4 of those. And then he charged $2 for the actual pitcher. And I'm pretty sure this is the Mexican blown glass, which is absolutely some of my favorite. See if it says anything on the bottom. It does not. But you can see there, I don't know what you would call it, the mark there of where they pulled it off. It's like hand blown. And like I said, these are really kind of dirty and need to be cleaned up, but they will be beautiful. So here is the pitcher, and here are the glasses. Would you have passed that up for $6 for a set of 4 of these and the pitcher? Yeah, I was gonna fight for that. Rob was kind of, we don't need those, we're not gonna use those. And I was like, I'm not leaving here without these, even if they were a gift for someone, or I just keep them in my cabinet for the odd occasion that I'm gonna use it. These were coming home with me. Anyway, that's today's haul, and it was a big one. And let me know what your favorite pieces were. What would you use at your house? And where and how would you use them? So thanks so much for joining me here at Free Range Cottage. And I just enjoy our community so much. And I will see you again soon. And in the meantime, we will be having a lot of styling videos that we're continuing to put out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.